are live. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. So good to see everyone here in this Sunday morning here. Some people on some other parts of the world. It's getting late, but appreciate you taking time from your day to join us. And for those of you watching us live or the recording, please put in the comments where you are watching us from. As you can see, today we have again another amazing group of people from all over the world with very different backgrounds. And today to talk about, of course, as usually, about our business and more specifically about, different type of income and how you maybe start building something that doesn't really pay you only once, right? I know we all want some immediate, extra money, but how about building something that pays you back in the long term for years, not only immediately getting some extra income? So stay tuned. We'll talk more about that. But first, let's do a quick round of intro so you know who we are and you know why we are here. So I'll start. I'm Dana. I'm originally from Romania. Bună ziua, bună seara, dragi români, și dacă sunteți la această emisiune live în limba engleză, vă invit și mâine la cea în română, dar puteți să mă urmăriți să vorbim mai mult despre această afacere online. Yeah, so that was for my Romanian followers, originally from Romania, but I have been living in Toronto, Canada, or close to Toronto for over 22 years now with my family. By profession, I'm working in IT. I'm a director of PMO, so I'm managing projects, I'm managing people for over 25 years now. But more recently, over 2 years, I started managing my own business, same like everyone here. So stay tuned. We'll share more with you about this business. And through the power of internet, going through the other side of the world where it's already evening. Moira, good afternoon, good evening, good to see you.
Hi, Dana. Good evening from my side to everybody. Lovely to be back with my business partners globally, all around the world. I am originally from South Africa. I am residing in Dubai now for 5 years. I'm a registered midwife full-time, still doing that long hours in the corridors. And when the women scream, I have to attend. Otherwise, I'm a business owner, and I'm here with my 2 boys. And I am so excited to share with you what we all learn in this business and just to give it back to you. Thank you, Dana.
Thank you, Moira. And back to Canada, to Toronto, close to me. Hi, Kim. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are. So my name is Kim, and I am originally from Vietnam. Currently living in Canada for the past 40 years. I live here with my husband and a teenager daughter. As a profession, I'm actually an IT professional. I know, but I'm also doing this business finance. So là một người mình tên là Kim và mình đang sinh sống ở Canada cùng chồng và một cô con gái 19 tuổi. Công việc chính của mình là trong lĩnh vực IT, nhưng mà bây giờ mình cũng đang có cái kinh doanh số của cho riêng bản thân mình và cho gia đình của mình. Thank you very much. Back to you, Dana.
Thank you, Kim. Your mic is again playing some tricks on you. I cannot hear you very clearly. So see, I don't know if you can do anything else before next time when you'll have to talk more. But yeah, it's not very clear. And I saw other ladies nodding, so it wasn't only me. So let's go to Abba now. Good morning and welcome. I think it's your first time joining our weekend multilingual live.
Thank you, Dana. Thank you. And good morning, everybody from Toronto. I'm originally from India. My name is Abha, and I am a grandma of an almost 10 months old baby, my daughter's son. And I am also still working right now, and I work with older adults, and I'm a community connector. So very closely involved with the community of older adults. And I love my job. And the more thing that I love is my digital business that I started almost 22 months back, and I'm loving it. So this is a great opportunity. Yeah. So I would like to say something in Hindi for my people. मेरा नाम आभा है, जैसा आप देख रहे हैं, और मैं मुंबई से हूँ। मैं यहाँ पे 21 सालों से रह रही हूँ, और अपने काम करने के साथ-साथ ही मैं ये डिजिटल बिज़नेस चलाती हूँ, जिसको भी मैं बहुत एन्जॉय कर रही हूँ, और ग्रैंडमा खुद एन्जॉय कर रही हूँ, और अपनी फैमिली का साथ बनाए रखी हूँ, और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा टाइम अपनी फैमिली को दे सकूँ और अपनी रिटायरमेंट के लिए प्लान कर सकूँ, ये मेरा मकसद है इस बिज़नेस में आने का। और आई जस्ट एनकरेज एवरीबॉडी टू हैव अ लक। थैंक यू।
Thank you, Abba. Natalia, good morning. Bună dimineața și bine ai venit. Good to see you again.
Bună dimineața, Dana, mulțumesc pentru invitație și sunt bucuroasă să fiu din nou cu tine aici. Good morning, beautiful business partner ladies around the world. This is the first time to see from really different part of the world here. So I'm Natalia, I'm originally from Republic of Moldova, and more than 15 years I live in the United States. I'm mom of 2 children, and by specialty I'm a decorative artist, but I work in childcare career more than 2 years in the United States. And on the side, I do, like everyone here, I run an online business, which is a wonderful business, as you already know. So I want to say to everyone in my language, bună seara țară, și suntem din nou la Danan Ospăție, unde discutăm despre acest, să zic, frumos business sau un business care este o oportunitate și un business plan B pentru viitor, pentru fiecare dintre noi. Deci, dacă aveți întrebări, lăsați-le spre acest live și noi vom reveni cu mare drag înapoi. Back to you, Dana, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Natalia. And going all the way to UK, Lina, I hope you are back. I see your internet is acting up, so you are back and in and out, but good to see you and welcome, because I think it's your first time joining us.
Yes, thank you, Dana, and thank you for bearing with me. The internet is okay, but I don't know, there is an issue, some technical problem with the link. But I think it should work now. Hopefully, it should be okay. So, नमस्कार, नमस्ते everyone. मेरा नाम लीना है. मैं एक डॉक्टर हूँ पेशे से, और मैं यूके में यहाँ पे पब्लिक हेल्थ में काम करती हूँ, और मैं एक प्राउड डिजिटल बिजनेस ओनर भी हूँ. So, good evening, good afternoon, good morning to everybody who's watching us from all over the world. I'm Dr. Leena. I'm a public health physician. I'm based in the UK, and I've been living in the UK for last 25 years. I'm originally from Mumbai, and I'm doing this business successfully with all these business partners. Thank you.
Thank you, Lina. Started hearing some strange noise, but I think we are okay. And last but not least, Sharon from really the other side of the world, and it's really late for her. Good to see you again. Welcome.
Thank you, Dana. Hello, everybody. Sharon here from Melbourne, originally from Zimbabwe. I'm a mother of 2 and 2 girls, and I am a proud digital business owner. And also, I work in the healthcare industry. I'll just translate also to people from my country, Zimbabwe. Shona, Magadi, Moria, Zimbabwe. Kunao warakunzwa starangu ndoita Sharon ndiri based ku Melbourne. Ndiri maive vana 2 uye ndiri digital business owner. Thank you, Dana. I'll give this back to you.
Thank you. And yes, not last, because the Bantica we missed her. Keep people moving around, so I thought
I know, that's okay.
Bantica. Let's go back to Canada, and good morning, good to see you again.
Thank you so much, Dana, for this opportunity, and all the ladies, whoever, are sharing the screen with me. Hello to everyone from different parts and whoever are following us. everybody's followers. My name is Avantika. I live in Toronto, Canada for almost 19 years, but originally I'm also from India, Kolkata. I'm a Bengali girl. So I work here full time with the government, but at the same time, I'm also running this digital online business. And I'm really glad to be a part of this amazing community. And in my own language, just wanted to say that নমস্কার, আমার নাম অবন্তিকা, আমি কলকাতা ইন্ডিয়া থেকে, কিন্তু আমি টরন্টো কানাডায় 18 বছর আছি। এখানে আমি আমার ফ্যামিলির সাথে, আমি এখানে সরকারের সাথে কর্মরত, তার সাথে আমি এই অনলাইন ডিজিটাল বিজনেসটা করছি। আপনারা যদি কেউ ইচ্ছুক থাকেন এই বিষয়ে আরো বিশদ বিবরণ পেতে আমার সাথে যোগাযোগ করতে পারেন। থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ। ব্যাক টু ইউ, Dana.
Thank you, Abantika, and thank you, everyone. I think we had everyone introduce themselves. So for those of you watching, if maybe it's the first time, or even if it's not the first time, but you are still not clear, hey, what are these ladies talking about? What is this business about? Let me do just a quick review of what this business is before we go and talk and give everyone a chance to share a bit more of what this business is about. What it is, we help people launch their own online businesses using a proven system, same like we are using, and is designed to work for anyone regardless of your skill set, your age, your location. You can see here a pretty good example of that. And think of it like an online franchise, because it gives you everything you need. It's a business in a pocket. You get the training, the tool, the support, the whole system, but you still maintain full control. You are your own boss. You decide how to register your business, depends on which part of the world you are, right? You have to follow the rules of your country, how you do your taxes at the end of the year. I hope everyone did. I got a pretty nice refund, so I was happy. So yes, the business, the platform combines the automation, the training, marketing training, access to some high quality products that will make the whole process simple. We don't really talk about products because there is no really selling or inventory involved. We are here to share with you the business model, because that's the one that's changing our life. And we are here to share how it changed our life, and I'm sure it will change yours if you are curious enough and willing to take that first step, right? And beyond the system and the tools, which I think it's amazing, what's really the best part of this business is the fact that you get a mentor, you get a coach, and you get to be part of a very active and supportive global community. You see here, 8 of us is just a very small sample of the over 250,000 people that are doing the same business. Hundreds of new people are starting every week for a reason. So regardless if you are looking for some extra income or just a full transformation in your life, you know, our system can adapt and you can use it for your goals and for your effort. It's up to you how to do it. And we are real people, and that's why we are here to share with you more about this business. So that's kind of in a nutshell. We'll talk more about this. So let's jump in and talking about today's theme, right? It's about how to build a business that pays you back more than 4 years, right? Because if you have an extra, you know, a side hustle, you'll probably started to earn some extra income. But there are different type of side hustle, different type of income, right? Not all are equal. Some you know, sell something, it pays you once and that's all. But others, you build a system that keeps paying you back. And that's the difference between just a side hustle and building a serious business, an asset that, you know, you can leave it even to your kids. So it will give you more than making some quick money, right? Yes, it will give you some extra cash, but you can build something sustainable that, you know, it will pay you back again and again over years. And let's start with you, Maura. Maybe when you started, were you thinking of a side hustle or something bigger? How it started with you?
Yo, thank you for that, Dana. To be honest, my initial why was a side hustle. It was like my plan B. I needed an extra income. So, to be honest, for me, I thought this business was just going to be a side hustle. And the more I dived into the business, especially the training side, the programs that was in the training, and the people that I'm surrounded with. And when I found out, but this is a business that is going for my kids, I thought, oh my goodness, I am building something not just for myself. I have two boys, and that's the amazing part. And the thing is that they're going to take this business over where I leave it for them. They're not going to start from the beginning where I start. Obviously they're going to have to refresh themselves, get themselves, get to know the system and the business. But that honestly is the main thing that really, that one benefit that I really didn't expect. I honestly didn't expect, Dana. But to be honest, now with being in this business, it's no more side hustle. This is like the real deal. This is like I'm building a business. I'm a CEO. I'm my own boss. I have business partners all around the world. I have uh, um, co-business partners that we are in a team, right? And the fact that I am not alone. I am just, as I said, surrounded with all these people besides my team. We are teams and teams and groups, and we are forming under this one umbrella. And just the inspiration and the motivation that's coming out of this, and the information that we get, all the benefits. This is just a few that I mentioned now, and I'm sure my co-business partners will also just add their little bit. But for me, it's no more side hustle, Dana. Now it's like it's my business. It's a business that you really intentionally needs to build and be consistent and work on it every single day, even if it's just half an hour here, 30 minutes there, or you use your 2 hours constructively and focus, because you are building a legacy. So yeah, that's from me, Dana.
Thank you, Moira. Yes, we all started, I think, as a side hustle, or everyone I talk with, we started for maybe some immediate income. Yes, we want something that we can grow, right? That maybe support some long-term dreams. But we started thinking it's something small. It's my small business, and we'll see where this takes me. And then once you get to be part of this community and surrounded by people who are all looking for more than just an immediate, have couple of bucks this week, then you realize that you are part of something bigger, and your small business, it's also something bigger because it changes life, right? And also it doesn't rely on fully for you to be present all the time. So that's the beauty of it. uh, Kim, how about you? Do you want to share with us what made you realize that you wanted to build more than that side hustle? You want to be an asset, something bigger.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you hear me now, Dana? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, good. So yeah, so basically um it all came down to that wake up call that I will never forget. So after 25 years of working in the corporate world, showing up, working hard, and just believing that I just have some sense of security and that I can work on that job until I retire, right? But my job just got disappeared just like that. Boom, done. Within like a 5 minute call. So that day really took me. And it just make me see that things clearly that, everything is so fragile, like just to chase after a single paycheck. No matter how long I've been there for. So I just I just think to myself that I can't just go through this again and again, right? Like it's like a vicious cycle. So I need something more solid, something that I actually own myself and have control over. So it's not about just the extra money on the side, but something that kind of grow with me and be there for a long run, right? So at this stage of my life, I'm more thinking about retirement, about having like more option, being to slow down without, being stressed, just about just to get the income, right? So And also, I want to be present with my family, especially my mom, right? To have more time freedom and to feel like I don't have to start everything over when life throw another curveball to me. So that wake up call really pushed me to think differently, to stop, you know, trading time for money and start building something that is more meaningful. And because of that extra income that is coming in, it's more of an asset and not like something quick and easy to get, right? So I'm looking for more long term. So it's giving me more stability, more freedom, and just a peace of mind for the future. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. Back to you, Dana.
Thank you, Kim. And want to say hi to everyone watching. I see people from Toronto, all the way from Philippines, from Sweden. So really appreciate you joining us today. And if you have any questions, yeah, definitely put them in the comments. Maybe we'll try to even answer them today, or if not, on the next weekend. But yes, it's always hard when some external factor makes you realize that, hey, keep looking for that extra income that you cannot control is not the way to go, right? And you need to build something of your own, something that you know you are not keep trading time for money. Because yeah, you get a second job, a third job, but if you get sick, if you cannot go to the job, then the money disappears. And then, yeah, all those extra jobs, what are they doing? They are taking a toll on the time you spend with family, that the time you can spend with. And we are, I think, at the age where you want to spend time both with your kids, but also with your aging parents, right? So we all need more time. And unfortunately, we all have 24 hours in a day. So we need to find a way to really be able to build an asset, to build something that keeps paying us while we maybe enjoy time with our family. And Lena, if I'll ask you, how do you define this income producing asset? How do you build something that keeps, bringing you income?
Thank you for that question. And Dana, apologies again for the technological issues, but it's hopefully sorted now. So, like my colleagues have been saying here, something very similar. Your question about how do I kind of like define income producing assets, and that word is so important. That word assets. So, as I've introduced myself before, I'm a public health physician, and I grew up in India. I grew up in India. I did my postgraduate medical studies in India, came to the UK, again retrained here in my specialty of public health. And I've grown up with this mindset of you study hard, you work hard, you look for a good job, and then you're secure in terms of your income. And by God's grace, and I'm really grateful that I work in a field where it is a very fulfilling field of public health, where I am actually helping to prevent illnesses and save lives through preventative methods and health protection approaches before people get sick, or to respond promptly in public health emergencies. But over the years, for me, like my colleague mentioned, there was like a game changer moment in their life. For me, that realization was like a slow burning kind of realization over the years. And whilst I absolutely loved my career and my job, and every day was something like satisfying that you've done something to help people live healthier lives, one of the things that was really a turning point was the pandemic. And during the pandemic, as everyone will be aware, healthcare professionals were working so many long hours without necessarily, being able to prioritize their own family needs, or their, looking after their own health. So when I said I was the person looking after other people's health, what I found was that these long hours during the pandemic were actually taking a toll on me. And so I started looking for a side hustle. So honestly, I came into this thinking that I really can't keep doing the work at the same pace, managing emergencies and incident and unpredictable hours. I can't do it. So I started to look for a side hustle. which means that I could slowly cut down on my work and then have more control of my time. But you know what? Going back to this question of what does income producing asset mean, I only really truly realized the value of what it means after coming into this business and slowly realizing the unique aspects of this business. So, as you know, Moira mentioned, we are actually building a legacy for our kids. Yeah. And previously, so on reflection, I think, nothing wrong with the job and trading your time for money. That's how most of us start. We all are not born as entrepreneurs, and therefore you got to start somewhere. But when we start to trade time for money, and we realize that if we stop working, we are not going to get paid. So tomorrow, if you say, like, I want to go and visit my family in India, I'll have a ceiling of just maybe 2 weeks or max 3 weeks at a time. I cannot go and spend time after, looking after my aging parents if they have some needs, for me to be there longer, or for kids when they are growing up. And then I thought, I am trading time for my money for years, and I want to look for something that lasts beyond that. So do the work once and it keeps paying you, which means you have to build assets. You don't have to just do some work as a side hustle. You have to build assets, and for me that means building systems, having something that is automated, that I put some work in once and it gives me payback over time, for months, years, and longer. And then it's also about being part of a community where people have been successful. And also, lastly, I would say, is creating value and helping others to build the same systems that are proven. So for me, an income producing asset is something that keeps paying you back over and over again, and it's not just a transaction that you do some work for X hours, you get paid. So I hope that's helpful. Back to you, Dana.
Thank you, Lina. Yes, very, very helpful. And thank you for also sharing your story. So yeah, that's the dream for all of us, right? And if you follow any of the smarter people on this planet, you'll hear that often, that if you get paid for every minute that you work, and when you go to sleep you are not getting paid, then you'll have to keep working until the rest of your days, right? So we all have only 24 hours, but somehow some people manage to get paid where they sleep. So why not all of us could do that? And yeah, that's the beauty of this business that we have, right? That it comes with all of this. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to start building a system from zero. You don't have to figure out automation and all of this. It comes all together. You just need to decide to put that 10-20%, which is your piece, your personal touch on the model, on the business, and then have it run it. And another amazing good thing that I love about the business is the fact that while we are still learning, and no matter if you've been in the business for 2 months or 3 years, you are still learning every day. But your business is running from the first week. So you don't have to go to school like many of us did for 4, 5, 10 years, some maybe. And then you start earning an income. No, your business can start producing income from the first week when you started, you just plug in a couple of things and the business starts running. So that's the difference when you start building a serious business and not just maybe getting a quick income. And Sharon, if I'll ask you to share, what's for you the biggest difference that you've maybe experienced between that quick income versus the long-term income that we are all dreaming and working to build?
Thanks, Dana. For me, the biggest difference between quick income and long-term income is the difference between getting by and actually setting yourself up. Like, quick income is very in the moment. It's hustle. It's repetitive. Sometimes it's even a bit of draining too. You do something, you get paid, and then you have to go and do it again. And it helps. It really does, especially when you need money now. But it can also keep you stuck in the same pattern. So long-term income, on the other hand, it feels different. It might require a little bit of patience, sometimes using your time, your energy, resources upfront, and probably not seeing results straight away. But you're really doing what you're really doing there is setting something up that can keep working over time. And that's what shifted things for me in this digital business. For the first time, I feel like I'm not just working for money in the moment. I'm actually building something that can continue way beyond me, just showing up every day. And when I think about it, it really connects to how I grew up. So, as I said, I'm originally from Zimbabwe, and I remember times when you couldn't just get water from the tap. There was just nothing for all households. And so you had to think ahead and think, how do I get water today? And how do I get water the next day? So you start thinking in terms of systems, not just survival. You can either keep fetching water every day, or you can be part of something, building something that keeps flowing, the water flowing. Maybe drill a borehole, or dig a well, and even though it takes resources to do that to start with. And that's the difference for me, I can say. So it's a matter of, are you just getting through today, or are you setting yourself up for the future? Thanks, Dana. I'll give this back to you.
Thank you, Sharon. Such a nice, example. What better to explain that, you go and keep fetching water, or you build a system that brings the water to you. And as, coming from someone who experienced that, right? Many of us, we were raised or born with, water is coming. You don't even appreciate it until you don't have it.
We may have lost Dana, but hopefully she'll be back.
Okay,
I think
I
Yeah,
think
you're back now,
I'm
Dana.
back. Okay. Seems like everyone's internet or something is happening. I was talking and then I disappeared, but we are back. So yes, that proves that we are live. We are real people. We have problems, all kind of problems, and still we are here and we're showing up for ourselves every single day. So talking about, building systems, and especially building a system that maybe you can control. Abantika, do you want to share with us, why do you think ownership is so important when it comes to building something financial and growing financially?
Yeah, thank you so much, Dana. And that's a very good question. So, yes, ownership is very important, and especially in our business, because when we own something, then we have, we know that has increasing value over the time, and that always keep us motivated, to push forward. And secondly, I would say that this ownership actually give us a kind of security, and that we are the boss of our own business, so that we can put more motivation, and we can do our level best to make it more progress in a sooner pace. And at the same time, this ownership also give us that we can decide whatever needs to do in order to flourish our business, right? So we always give our best effort. On top of that, this ownership always ownership in the business also help us to income producing activity, and at the same time it also help us for the multiple income streams. For example, in our own business, we have seen that over the time, when we grow, there is an opportunity that we can serve to the community as a coach, and that generates additional income, on top of this, whatever we are doing as a mentor. So those are all different activities we can do in order to increase our income. So that's why this ownership is very important, and that one also give us more empowerment in our business. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, Dana. Back to you.
Thank you, Abantika. Yes. There is that saying, if you don't build your own dream, someone will hire you to build theirs, right? So I don't know about you, but I would rather work on my dream. But also, I know some of the people listening to us is like, yeah, building your dream sounds great, but I need to pay the bills, right? I need to put food on the table. And sometimes building your dream takes a bit of time. So, Natalia, if I ask you, what would you say to someone who has a hard time to build their dream and it's focused on making fast money?
Thank you, Donna. I like the question. So what I will say, I'll say fast already. It says like a main key in this question. Fast means fast. Now you have it, now you're not. But the main reason this will train your brain to do things quickly and not have patience for long term. And this is not stability, which will end up making you more stressful, of more starting all over again, and be uncomfortable. And it's like going all the way around what you weren't at the beginning. So this I want to say, just don't think like this, and don't focus on fast money, because fast money, it's like chasing. The other way I want to say, it's better to focus on long term, which gives you a base. You can build a legacy, as we know, everyone, and this you can have this money as an asset and multiply even when you sleep, when you are tired. So you kind of have to choose which one you want. I always will use examples like of kids. You want to build a house from hay, or you want to build a house from bricks? So you choose which is better for you. But I suggest to everyone to focus on long term, and our business is example. We have a structure, we have a system, we have tools which help you to build that long-term consistency, and money will come to you every time, and not fast, quick, which today you have it, tomorrow you lose it. And this is not the way I think everyone wants. So this is from me. Thank you, Dana. Back to you.
Thank you, Natalia. Oh, I love the comparison, right? The three little pigs. So yes, when the big bad wolf will come, you don't want to be in the hay house. So yes, stop asking of how I can make money right now this month, and start thinking of, hey, how can you build something that pays me back in a year, in 5 years, and continues to pay me back, right? Because yes, the quick income maybe can solve some of the short-term problems that you have, but the long term are the ones who are really creating freedoms. Those are the ones, life-changing things that we want to do. And if you put the effort, because that's the tricky part, you have still to put the effort even for the quick income, right? You may even put the same amount of effort. So why not put the effort and use it for something that keeps paying you back, right? Because the goal is not to keep working harder every month and start over again, right? You want something that grows with you, that will support you, and yes, something that eventually, you can leave to your kids, and that will give you those options, right? You want more time, more flexibility, more control, right? And it doesn't happen by accident. You have to put a focused effort on doing that for you and for your future. And that's why we are here to share with you this business model, this system, whatever you want to call it, because we see the power of it. We see the many lives it change, but we also know how hard it is to make that mindset shift and to start something. It's scary. And, we are here to show you that we've done it. We are real people. So if we could do it, you can also do it. And let's close by Ava. If I ask you, talk a bit more about what makes this online business maybe different from other traditional side hustles out there.
Thank you, Dana. Thank you so much. I love this question. And of course, yeah, there is a difference. And that's why we are sticking around here for many, many years. A lot of people have been in this business. I will broadly give you 4 reasons why our business is different from the traditional side hustle. Of course, I also started it as a side hustle. And that is going to be my plan A after I retire in a couple of years. So firstly, what we have over here in this digital business is the availability or your access to the training 24/7. So you don't have to just figure it out alone. There is training, and that keeps getting updated every now and then. So you are always ahead in your game. So, but the training on social media. Secondly, we have the ongoing mentorship and coaching program available to us. So you are not doing it all alone, right? So you are not left to start and struggle alone. No, we will have mentors and coaches to support you throughout, and a huge community that you are attached to. And they are guiding you every step of the way. Next, I will talk about, in the traditional business, what happens is that you have to collect a whole lot of inventory. So in our business, we don't have any inventory. We don't have to worry about, buying things first and then selling them. So we do have products, although, but we do not focus on products. That's a bonus, actually. But what we don't have to worry about, shipping, packaging, the customer service. All that is taken care of by our back office. So it's an amazing support system that we already have, and we are not collecting any inventory. We are not selling as such, right? Lastly, it is very scalable and flexible. It will go with your schedule. So that is one of the reasons, I'm still able to work full time, which I love my job. So anybody who's thinking of, and most of us, I think, are also still working. And along with that, we are able to fit it in our schedule. You don't have to go the other way around. Like, you don't have to say, okay, I have a business, so I may have to quit my job. No, you can work around it, because what I do right now is give it a couple of hours in the evening, or maybe a little more on the weekends. So that's why, it's very doable, very flexible, and scalable. When everybody's saying that, yes, when you're sleeping, your business is still running, and that's the advantage, right? So in any traditional side hustle, you will have to be there all the time. You have to manage your staff, you have to manage inventory, you have to manage the whole paraphernalia that you have collected around it. So all that is required in a traditional business, whereas this one is amazing. And that was one of the reasons I jumped at this opportunity when I saw this. And also, it gives the job security, not the job security, because I'm in a job right now, but the security it will give you for years and years and years. Because for a traditional thing, what you are thinking that, okay, I may have to be present all the time. Here, I would love to travel, spend time with my grandkid, and still love it. So this is still working for me. So that's all I have to say about the differences, and it's very, very scalable. So back to you, Dana. Thank you.
Thank you, Abba, and thank you everyone for sharing your story, sharing tips, and for those of you watching us, if you are still been around for 40 minutes, or something in this conversation that make you think or make you be curious, don't ignore that. That's a sign that you may be ready. If you are curious about how this works, how we started, to learn more about how this business is working, reach out, start the conversation. We are here to guide you, to help you to the next step, because the sooner you start building a real asset, then the sooner we'll start paying you back, right? That's simple. So with that, I want to thank everyone again for being here. And for those of you watching, who reach out, be curious, start the conversation, and see you everyone next weekend.
See you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.